Mr. Chairman, thank you. Just item 5A, B, and C. If I could turn it over to Judge Salamone.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. So the three items on it, the one, I didn't know if the council, first of all, how are you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Oh, you're right into business here. It's like, come on, you gotta say hello. Tonight with me is Steve Smet, who is our regional drug court coordinator and our probation supervisor. Because the drug court branch, if you had any questions, you'd be here to answer all the details. One item is called the Michigan Indigent Defense Council. It's paid for by the state. This was budgeted, it was required by state law. They said that they would pay for everything. The purpose is to get everyone who comes into the criminal justice system at least one opportunity to talk to an attorney. And then if you're indigent, you can have an attorney represent you. We work with the police department. Chief Blair's been great working with him to set it up, and I think we want to start it in January. A lot of cities are waiting longer, but the state's sending in the money, they're supposed to pay for it. The interesting thing was when this first came out about 2 years ago, the state said, yes, we're paying for everything, and as soon as everybody turned in their budgets, the state proposed, well, maybe we should change the law, and the city should kick in a little money. That got fought off in the legislature. Then they said, when this first started, we're going to give you 100% of the money, and then you hire everybody. And then they sent us a letter saying, we're only giving you 20%, and you get 20% and 20%. So there was arguments over that. And finally, it's, yeah, when you sign the contract, it's 50%. And then you turn in your expenses, you can reimburse the other 50 and 25 and 25%. So 3 payments. But the whole purpose behind this is this discussion has occurred throughout the nation for the past probably 5, 6, 7 years, where they want people to have access to counsel who can't afford it, and to encourage having equality in the law and due process. And I actually think in a district court like ours, it will probably make things run smoother. So we embrace it and hope that you do too. We've been very supportive. Any questions regarding that?
Any questions for 5A? Councilman Ramick.
Yeah, Judge, just wondering, does this require any additional personnel to be hired?
It did. So the police department had to hire 1 PSO.
Okay.
The court hired 1 court officer, who we have on, and then we have a Michigan Indigent Defense Council clerk, who will be, and all of that was part of the budget that was proposed and approved.
Okay.
It includes benefits. Everything's paid for by the state on this one. The city kicks in. Your share is $39,000, which, interestingly enough, is less than you've always paid $55,000 for appointed counsel. So because of the formula the state put in, you're actually saving $16,000 on this deal. So it worked out well for the city.
Good, thank you.
Councilman Missouri.
Is this just a one-year program, the grants for 1 year?
This should be in perpetuity. The
With
state has to
grant
cover it.
funding available year after year? Because I thought I read something here that says there's no guarantees about future funding.
If that happened, you wouldn't have the program.
Okay.
So we were told from day one, that's why we were all screaming when they started changing the terms. If they don't have it, yeah, they don't get money, so.
Is there any other questions on 5A? Okay, 5B.
The other 2 matters are drug court and sobriety court grants. This is about our 14th year, and we've gone from having 25 people in our program to, we're supposed to have 80. We're 96, all right, we're only supposed to have 80, and that's just directly in response to the heroin epidemic. So we handle drug addicts, we handle alcoholics. We have a success rate of 71%. And the reason I bring that to your attention is that throughout the state, the average success rate for just alcoholism is 75% in the sobriety court. Heroin addiction is much more difficult to deal with, and we're able to be at 71 with a combined program. And so it's a number we're proud of. The program is working, it's changing lives. When the state gave us our report for last year, people who had graduated from the program 4 years later, their recidivism rate was only 2%. So that means that they probably committed a crime, which means in our mind that they're using again. That means 98% of these people who have been in the criminal justice system their entire life, 4 years after graduating, are no longer in the criminal justice system. So it has an impact on the community, it has an impact on all their family members. It's definitely working. And from a financial standpoint for the city, your contribution, I think this year, the city contribution is $90,000. When we started this program, and we continue that when we changed over to double parking tickets, we added $5 onto every ticket just to help defer the cost of drug court. So in 2017, if we had an 80% collection rate on tickets, it would have made you $150,000 or $135,000. This year it'll be $150,000 in 2018. That doesn't include the jail savings you have of $20,000 or $30,000. So in 2018, drug court alone was responsible for bringing in about $180,000 of revenue. This is real money, real dollars. It's only costing you $80,000. And we talked about that last year. We said, hey, we have to bring up the city contribution. We're going to pay for it because we can't be grant funded forever. So that's why I bring up those numbers to you. Not only does it help change your community, the benefit is you make some money on it, and we're okay with that. And so next year we'll probably ask the city to contribute a little more, but it's always there. Your fines and costs are taking care of that. So it's successful. It is a moneymaker in terms of it paying for itself. Nobody's going to get rich on it. We don't want to. We want to cure addiction, or not cure addiction, but put people into recovery. But yeah, something to be proud of. You've always been really supportive, and you should be, especially in light of this heroin epidemic, which last year was 72,000 deaths attributed to drug overdoses. Treatment course work, and we have to have them.
Is there any questions for 5B?
So
Councilwoman
the
Mack?
90,000 is just for 5B, just for the drugs?
Correct.
You did good. That's for just that one grant?
Correct.
That's the only city man? Yep.
Thank you. Okay, is there any questions for 5B? All right, 5C, is there anything on that? Okay. All right, thank you.
I thank you all so much. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody.
You
If
too.
you have any questions, come up with any questions, call me tomorrow. I'm
I do
available.
have a question for you, but it has nothing to do with any of this.
Okay, we'll take
Call
that.
me tomorrow. Give me a buzz. And I love that shirt. That's old. That's old. All right.
All right, so we'll move on to is that it, Mayor, for?
Yeah, sorry, Alex.
No problem. Okay, 6, we'll go on the regular agenda here. The motion to approve repairing backup ambulance squad 4 for the amount not to exceed $4,437. Repairs will be performed by DRS Sole Source to be funded from general fund, fire department repair and maintenance account. This one's Chief Portis.
Thank you, Chairman. Through the chair, the council, this is our backup squad. It was at DPW for quite a long time. They couldn't really figure out what was going on. They had it towed to DRS for an estimate. I think I put in the backup information that I felt trying to tow it to 3 different places to get a quote that added expense. So I used them before, was happy with their work. They're pretty good at what they do. So that's why I made it sole source. We did check with their mechanic because it is a pretty hefty number. Being used as a backup, it should, last us another year and a half, 2 years. It is a pretty old squad, so. But the repairs would be worth it according to the mechanic.
Is there any questions from council on this item? Okay. Item 7 is a motion to receive and file purchase of duty polos from letloveroll.com in the amount of $3,339, funded through general fund fire department uniform account. This again is Chief Portis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So through the council, through the chair of the council, as you can see, it's the motion received and filed with that amount. It's not a mistype. It should say approval. I made a mistake. Basically, I agreed in principle to something, and I had a member jump the gun and went out and purchased these. I've since talked to him about the purchasing policy and all members, and I apologize.
So this is a receive and file because it was already purchased, Chief?
Correct.
Okay. Is there any questions from council on this? Councilman Wood?
Chief, you just, you guys, you order all the uniforms directly for individuals in the, or do you get, each individual get a uniform?
We have a uniform policy.
Okay.
Basically, we use a certain vendor, which is Priority One.
Okay.
We went, basically one out of different companies. We've been using them for the last couple of years. So when this one came up, I basically got, they came to me and wanted to do polos. They thought it was a lot more professional than wearing t-shirts. So I agreed in principle, so I went to Priority One to get an estimate, and came back real expensive. Kind of was letting him know about that in subsequent meetings. He's like, oh, I know someone that we use for the union, and real cheap, better than that. Again, I agreed in principle. I did not know he was going to pull the trigger and purchase the shirts, which he did.
I did have a question. So how were they able to purchase shirts without a purchase order or a form of payment?
Well,
Or is there
I went ahead and tried to, once I seen that I had an invoice, I tried to backtrack and get 3 quotes, and I did. And then at that point, I just sent it through to actually pay to get purchased as far as, it was actually, you can see the invoice, I attached it. It had that person's, the member's name on it, and then the other fire department, so it wasn't really through me, it was someone else, but you already purchased them, so.
Councilman Bezerra?
Did they actually deliver the product before they got it paid for? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So any other questions from council on this item?